The last time you guys saw my living room was 2 weeks ago, and I remember telling you guys that I was going to be back for an update, and this is the update.
Dear new life, be good to me. Hey, it's Ronke Raji.
It's me, Havana.
Say hi.
So let me tell you guys a little bit about the inspo behind my apartment. I've always loved the bohemian vibe. I've always loved the mid-century modern with like a little bit of Afrocentrism, a little bit of Southwestern. I really love design concepts and how they're labeled, but at the same time, everything is about individuality. At the end of the day, you can see a picture on Pinterest and still add a little bit of your touches to it. Now, when I'm talking about my living room, this is just the base of my living room. But in my last video 2 weeks ago, I told you guys that I had to actually do a couple of returns because I did not think that the carpet that I was showing, the carpet that's right here, was something that was really going to elevate my living room. And Wayfair was so great with the return. They were very patient with me, and honestly, working with Wayfair has really been a dream for me. They have been one of those companies that even when I had my apartment a couple of years ago, I always looked at their stuff and I always got like very signature pieces from them. So working with them through this whole project has really, like I keep saying, is a dream come true. So this table or this TV stand, I wanted, again, a little bit of vintage vibes to it as well. I built everything literally from scratch. No joke, guys. Any furniture you see in this video, I hand built them. I just put some music down and hand built them. So the concept was to figure out how to make my living room look minimal, but a little bit still maximal at the same time, because I won't say that I'm a huge minimalist. I would say like I'm in the middle of being a minimalist and a maximalist, and sometimes each area is really hard to like stay in the middle of. So with this design that I was going for before, I thought that I was going to have maximalist rug and just have everything neutral. I did not like that. There were so many boxes, guys, honestly, and I'm just really glad that I was able to like really refresh and like look at the things that I wanted, because a lot of times with people's living rooms, you usually don't buy all the pieces at once. But because I was working with Wayfair, I was able to like look at the pieces as they were coming in and see where things fit and where they didn't. This was my neighbor's old couch. I think I talked about this in the video, and she let me borrow it. But because I wanted this space to feel fresh, new, it's a new apartment, I went ahead and I actually told Wayfair that I wanted another couch instead. Now, when everything finally came, this is my new rug. And when I tell you I love this rug, not only is it washable, but I really liked how soft it is. You guys, this rug is so soft. And I know everybody's going to ask me, okay, so we're going with this like beige type of vibe. What about the kids? I have started realizing, especially because my kids are now older, that if I want a pretty house, I'm going to have to teach my children how to live in a pretty house. So I got a beige couch. I know it's very controversial, especially because I have children, but I did not care. I told myself that I was going to clean if I needed to, which is why I also bought a washable rug, because I knew that at the end of the day, if the rug gets messed up, I'm going to clean it. I think with children and taking care of like white furniture or beige furniture, it's all about monitoring the kids and making sure they don't get on the furniture. Now, my kids, especially because I have like a breakfast nook, which I'm going to show again, and you guys will see my breakfast nook here and there, also by Wayfair. I want to make sure they are in the kitchen and they are sitting down eating instead of being in the living room on my couch eating. The only thing we do on the couch is watch TV. I finally got a TV, which honestly I got from Facebook Marketplace, because I was like, guys, after this living room, I bought a plant. I usually get most of my plants from either Home Depot, Lowe's, or I look for like plant nurseries to get the plants from. I have never had the Monstera I have in my living room right now is honestly one of the most beautiful Monsteras I've ever had. And I know what plants that I do really well with, and I also know what plants that I get a lot of. I get a lot of pothos as well. So I knew that I wanted my two plants to like complement the living room. Now, like I keep saying, this is just the base of the living room. This is not like the whole thing and how it's going to turn out in the next couple of months, because one thing is I'm going to add to the space. So after I built the couch, you guys don't understand this building process for me. I really had to take mental time to just like, when the kids were in school, just build all the furniture, because I'm really keen on creating a beautiful space for me and my children. And I don't want me having children to affect the way I design my house. So I would say that my theme is like beige, more terracotta, even though it looks like brown, the rug, it's actually terracotta. So I'm gonna get a lot of like terracotta pots. I'm gonna get a lot of like terracotta hints here and there. Like the pillows on the couch are also terracotta. So I'm gonna have a hint of green in this. One thing I've noticed about a living room is if you start with a very clear base, like how I've started with this beige base, you can add more colors, textures, and everything into it than starting off with a base that's already colored and punchy. Because for me, this is just the base. This is just, I'm gonna add more. Even these photos I got from Wayfair, I'm gonna link my Wayfair link in the description down below so that you guys can actually see, like, you know, what my picks were, the paintings as well. I wanted something that was Southwestern. Because I moved to Texas, I hadn't started realizing how in love I was with like just Texas and like the Western vibe. And, you know, so I think that's what like inspired my design. And I feel as though I wanted to mix the wood. So if you notice, like some wood, like the wood on the paintings are more like light colored wood, and the mirror and the coffee table are more dark wood. I wanted to make sure that my living room wasn't all flat and like had like too much of an airiness to it, because the vintage vibes that I was trying to add to it is more like on the dark side. So even though I put these paintings up, I feel like I'm gonna add more to the wall as time goes on. But for now, this is like how the living room is looking. And I had to make sure I measured the way these things were going to fit, because at first I was like, am I going to do it in a row or am I going to do it like in a quadrant? I decided to do it like in a quad so that I could add more things to the wall. I get a lot of inspo from Pinterest, but I also get a lot of inspo from things I've seen, hotels I've been through, places I've been. So I will say that I also kind of really like the Moroccan influence of things. So this is really how the living room turned out. I genuinely love it so much. Like, it's so beautiful, very airy. I'm really enjoying it. Progresses, and I hope you've enjoyed this video. Have a great day.